Do you have a problem with your silhouette Cameo on sparkly stuff misaligning? I have this little tip that I saw someone do that we're going to find out together if it actually works. What he said to do was basically put white pieces of paper in this corner. So I'm just going to use just like an Avery matte white label, just a regular shipping label. I'm going to cut that into squares, but we're just going to measure this, see roughly where it's at, cut it a little bigger, put it in all three of these corners. Okay, so I measured about 1.5 inches over, 1.5 inches down. Should cover all of these corners. So what we're going to do is just put it on a new piece of paper before we print. Just stick it on all the corners. Okay, so here's what it looks like before we put it in the printer. I'm going to put it in there, print it, and okay, here it is out of the printer. One thing we want to look out for, which I completely forgot about, don't stick it too far because it's going to cut into your design. I have room to scoot everything over, so it's not a huge deal. We're still going to run this through and see how it cuts. Let's laminate it. All right, we've got it stuck to the mat. I use these cheap, whatever, Nikapa, whatever mats from Amazon. They're super cheap. They're basically disposable. Once they get ratty, I just throw them away. But I tend to go about this far away from both edges pretty much every time, and it lines up pretty well. I don't have to fight with alignment issues. I try to make sure that the edge of the paper pretty much centers the sensor hole right there whenever this lines up. So wherever your mat needs to line up to do that, that tends to work for me pretty well. I'm gonna hit send. Let's see if it registers. Everything looks okay so far. It's making all the right movements, landing in all the right spots. We'll come back after she cuts and find out. All right, so as you can see, the same test piece. Also put that down there. I paid attention to where my printer prints from, so I clearly don't need that one down there either. It was just a 9x3 rectangle around this. This is what I got before the alignment. As you can tell, it's definitely crooked and the artwork isn't centered in that rectangle. Just remember, be mindful of these. You can probably measure a little better than I did. I was just kind of in a hurry to do this. But definitely these could all be smaller. You don't need the one down there. Just kind of, measure exactly, print one out on a normal piece of paper, measure where it hits, and then just make sure that your new white label paper covers that.